Who are the giants of the animal world? The fauna of our planet always surprises us with its great diversity. That's what fascinates a lot of people, right? Sometimes, it is the monstrosity of these animals that attract many fans, as is the case with those who love crocodiles or are passionate about animals like this. The more colossal the creature, the better. And today, we will see some of these animals here in the channel. Are you ready? So come with me, because today I bring you the 8 giant animals that really do exist. I am Tiago Tadeo, and welcome to the Upside Down. The first animal featured on this list is the Chinese giant salamander. As its name implies, this monster surprised scientists due to its size. It can reach up to 2 meters in length, guys. The salamander weighs up to 25 kilograms and is considered the largest amphibian in the world. Have you ever imagined to be walking down the street and bump into a 25-kilogram salamander? My God, I'm scared just thinking about it. The Chinese giant salamander may not be the biggest animal you've ever seen or will see in today's video, but for its class, it's a monster like no other. It's as if we were talking about the titanoboa or the kraken from the world of salamanders. And, well, unfortunately, it's not so easy to find such an animal. Their sightings are made only in China and in Japan, in river or mountainous lake areas. And if that wasn't enough of a hindrance, the salamander is at a critical stage in terms of being threatened with extinction. That's because it's a rare giant to be spotted, right? When we think of large birds, right away a voracious predator comes to mind, like an eagle or even a harpy eagle, right? In fact, these animals are huge both in size and in the desire to hunt. However, the animal that has the title of the largest bird on the planet Earth goes to our dear ostrich. Many of you have seen it, but many of you probably don't know their characteristics. He's big, fast, and sometimes gangly. This animal of African origin always catches the eye of people, both for its kind of weird looks and for its way of acting. In proportions, the ostrich is really a gigantic beast. He can reach up to 2.5 meters in height and weigh up to 150 kilograms, fam. Boy, I could easily be an ostrich, you know? In other words, it's not healthy to bump into such a bird, especially if it's in a bad mood, right? Oh, and when I mention characteristics, it means that there is a little more here than what comes to the eye, okay? She's super fast too. There are records of ostriches that managed to reach 80 kilometers per hour in the race. Can't win, right? So it's better not to offend an animal like that. Let it be. Life goes on. So far, we've been talking about 2 creatures that can exceed 2 meters in height or in length, which when compared to human size is quite relevant. However, the giant armadillo is not that big. Weighing up to 60 kilograms and reaching 1 meter in length, this animal is not giant like others in nature, but proportionally, it is a colossus. After all, have you ever seen an armadillo the size of a pig, guys? The armadillo canastra, or giant armadillo, as it can also be called, still has a plus. Its claws can reach up to 20 centimeters in length. Does it seem little to you? To give you an idea, tiger claws don't reach even half of what this armadillo has, reaching only 8 centimeters, okay? And for those who are curious about where this animal can be found, South America is its continent of origin. There are several regions in Brazil where the giant armadillo was seen, and because of its size, hunting it for food is very common. However, this hunting needs to be controlled so as not to affect the ecosystem of this animal. I hope things settle down, right? And since we are talking about giants of nature, saltwater crocodiles cannot be absent from this list. If you've ever wondered which one is bigger, alligator or crocodile, but where is each from? Well, calm down, I'll explain everything to you, okay? Just by the name, you can get an idea that these creatures are anything but normal. After all, it's hard to imagine a crocodile surfing the waves alongside a human being, right? Even, who knows, side by side with a shark. But yeah, that's possible, guys. These creatures are colossal in a way that they can even grow up to be. Prepare yourself to be amazed. 7 meters long. Its weight is proportional, so that only a truck can carry it without major problems. This creature can reach up to 1,500 kilograms. A ton and a half, man. To get an idea of the size of this crocodile, its average length is longer than many limousines sold in the market. The thing is, If you're inside an animal like that, you can't admire it properly, right? I guess you can already understand why. The star of our fourth topic of our list seems kinda generic, but that's because this position is dual. Two snakes that are in the role of being considered the largest among all snake species. The reticulated python and the sucuri are tied in this regard, both being between 3 and 4 meters long. That's on average, okay? However, there are several specimens found, or at least rumors spread on the internet of having found snakes of 7, 8 meters or even more. The anaconda needs no introduction, right guys? This great monster of nature sometimes consumes prey much larger than itself. In its natural habitat, which is South America, the anaconda rivals other ferocious predators, so it fights against black caimans, for example. These snakes are common, and snakes win these clashes a considerable amount of times. The reticulated python is found in Southeast Asia, and one of its specimens holds the record for the largest living snake today. Medusa, as it is called, lives in captivity and is exactly 7.62 meters long. To lift this animal, it is necessary several people to do the job, because it weighs much more than 100 kilos, right? And look, it's not very easy to handle with all that snake musculature. 7 meters, man. Oh my god. The oarfish has such a monstrous size that, in the past, it ended up becoming considered one of the greatest beasts of the sea, even being a harmless creature. And you can't judge sailors and fishermen who sometimes came across this fish here and thought it was a monster. After all, it can reach up to 17 meters in length. You can imagine the mindset of the first person who bumped into a 17-meter fish, right? Despite his size, that's not the only reason he's a living legend. The reddish crest gives it hues of monstrosity, and the fact that the oarfish is rarely found also contributes to these crazy stories. To give you an idea, guys, not even scientists have much knowledge about this animal. Only in 2010, he was filmed for the first time swimming in deep water. Before that, the only specimens were found on the beach or accidentally caught. What is most surprising about the oarfish is that he really looks like a legend of the ancient navigators. And it's too curious that he's a real animal, right? You imagine like stories of the kind that were told. It's like if the Kraken appeared out of nowhere. This creature is a living giant that sometimes, well, we take for granted. The males of this specimen can reach up to 3 meters in length and are considered the largest carnivorous mammals on the planet, having an average of 800 kilos, guys. These animals need a lot of food, and be careful, because one of them could be you. Well, seals are part of their favorite dish of these giants of the Arctic Circle, but they are capable of eating almost anything they come across. Well, just be hungry and have the prey there, right? This ranges from fish to bird eggs and even certain plants. The big problem is that the food source is becoming scarce as global warming progresses. Perhaps polar bears are the animals that suffer the most from this problem, right? Guys, remember what I said about the Kraken coming true? Well, this animal here may well be yet another living legend. This giant clam can reach up to 15 meters in length, and it lives up to its name, see? To give you an idea, they could be the size of a 5-story building. And yeah, we have an animal at the bottom of the sea that has these proportions. There's reports of specimens found inside sperm whales that can reach up to 22 meters. And well, for a sperm whale, that must be one hell of a plate. Seeing as they only live at the bottom of the ocean floor, we rarely saw these animals for real. Precisely why they were upheld as a legend for so long. After all, imagine you only hear reports from sailors about the existence of a giant creature. Whenever I talk about this animal, I need to comment on the following fact. That other giants must exist at the bottom of the sea, right? What about you? Do you think there are even more surprising things at the bottom of the ocean? Leave it here in the comments. But that's it, guys. This video will end here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, and we'll see each other in the next video, huh? A hug, and until then.